It amazes me how every day, bro, every single day, bro, we don't miss. We don't miss. We just stick to the script. It amazes me that people actually have a degree of confusion, bafflement, don't understand why their lives are very mediocre and what I would call trash at this point. Because, listen, dog, there's so many different levels of experience to be had on this plane of existence they call Earth, or whatever the fuck. But it baffles me and blows my mind how every day people can wake up and amidst such a beautiful reality remain in their shrouds and clouds of vanity. YWY, your world is yours. Listen, you have to be conceited. Now, everybody walks around and they be like, I don't have no ego, I don't have no ego. Fuck it. Sheikhy Chic is out the motherfucking closet with it. I have an ego. We all have an ego. Most of you just simply do not even have the qualifications to speak on what the criteria of ego assessment truly is. But let's just cut that short and say, hey, I got an ego. I'm with that shit. One thing I'm not, though, is conceited. YWY, your world is yours. The perfect word to describe any dummy who feels like arguing in favor of being addicted, out of shape, unaware, and broke is the thing, and feels like they can get into an argument with an individual who is sober, fit, enlightened, and getting rich. The word is conceited. Fuck ego. Everybody has an ego. And I always say it like this because I used to be in certain circles, ayahuasca circles, peyote circles, you know, shouts out to the native community and whatnot, you feel me, that I used to be around. And it's like everybody want to go in there for ego death, ego death. I want to kill my ego. Your ego wants to kill your ego. And I wrote this in the Advancing Individual in the chapter about the advancing ego. You should go read my book that I took the time out of my life to develop from my soul to give you a blueprint and some type of awareness that might actually help you. But let's give you this video. Everybody who wants to kill their ego actually is expressing such a high degree of self-hatred and denial that it's almost like a degree of mental illness. You shouldn't try to kill your ego. You should try to establish a healthy ego that's healthy enough to wake up every day and not be confused as to why your life is mediocre or why people's lives are advancing and yours isn't, when your habits, your behaviors, your thinking patterns aren't aligned with outcomes that are prosperous, when you still think poorly, when you still act poorly, when you still feel entitled to shit. YWY, your world is yours, is really like that. So, like I said, the word for these individuals is conceited. I said, it's crazy to me how amidst a great light of millions of rays, an individual can remain untouched and simply be engulfed in a shroud of vanity, which is produced by themselves. You know, so many people now that I'm just like drawing these lines in the sand because I don't really give a fuck. Like, you can't get into an argument with me. Like, there is no argument, sir, ma'am, they. Is no argument. We're not interested in what you have to say. Most people fail to recognize that when they argue, when they get into an argument, it means you're seeking validation. I'm not seeking anybody's validation. I'm making statements and I'm laying out facts. When you decide to see this video and have some type of feelings and then take time out of your life that you could have used to actually get on the correct path, to then try to explain to us what you believe and what the fuck, it's like you're trying to seek verification for your own fucking beliefs, but we don't give a fuck. It's not an argument. It's sober, fit, enlightened, getting rich. Anything else that you decide to argue after that is literally arguing in favor of limitation. The subtext of all these dummies in the world, once they see an individual living sober, fit, enlightened, and getting rich, the subtext of all of these conceited dumb fucks is limit. You're just suggesting that we limit. No, the subtext of YWY, sober, fit, enlightened, and getting rich, all areas must be addressed. YWY, the subtext of YWY is unlimit, limitless, limitless. Be limitless, but limit yourself less. Does that make sense for the remedials in the back? YWY, your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised. At this point, I don't got time for nobody. It's just time and energy and consideration for the people that's on the team, my clients, the students of the philosophy, and all of those who are ready to be wise. At the end of the day, you have to recognize that the higher you go in society, or the higher you go, fuck society, the higher you go in quality of existence, because there are plenty of people in quote unquote higher brackets of society. Even up here, bro, quality of existence is internal and external simultaneously, right? So the higher you go in quality of existence, the less the population actually is, right? And it's like this. Wisdom, people who are wise are already low in population in comparison to the unwise, right? So wisdom is already rare. High quality of existence is already rare. So you have to understand that at the end of the day, wisdom is the prerequisite to the beginning and onset of having a higher existence. If you don't have a wise disposition, you simply won't get it. And that's where we're at the point of accepting. It's that, listen, this shit ain't for everybody. The master teacher now recognizes that most people simply are not able, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the wise disposition to even allow themselves entry into the school to give themselves a shot at actually mastering the teachings. You see what I'm saying? Like, at this point, like, that's just what it is. That's why I say there's no argument involved. Like, YWY also respects all people and all nations and all ways of living. Dog, live out your shit. Give a fuck about what you doing. This is what we do. We do sober, fit, enlightened, and getting rich. Because what? I used to be addicted. I used to smoke cigarettes. You know, I even play in the clubs, do all this other shit. I'm not about to censor myself wild. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Used to be addicted. Used to be out of shape. Used to be fake woke with some fake ass information. Then I had to find the truth and dig deep for the truth and find what was real over what wasn't real, right? Anyway, next level, true enlightenment. Then getting rich, getting money. Y'all over here trying to argue with people who are sober about to put chains on us, to limit us. Like, why would I do that? I already know what that's like. You're a slave. I don't give a fuck. You can't quit even if you wanted to. And when you do decide to quit, every time you do decide to quit without telling everybody, what happens is your bitch ass motherfucking gets debilitated, and then you can't even function. So to be able to function in society for that money that you say you don't really give a fuck about, you end up getting yourself high again so that you can function well enough to go make that little bit of money you say doesn't matter, right? Get the fuck out of here. YWY, your world is yours. Next level, out of shape. You can't tell me being weaker is being better than being stronger. I don't give a fuck. That sounds stupid as fuck to even argue. Y'all can't tell me that slavery is better than freedom. You can't tell me that lack of mastery, slavery, is better than mastery. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You look stupid as fuck. So y'all be trying to argue, you know, and it's like, really, that's just because you realize how inadequate you are. And in order to not address the internal conscience, you're now just speaking louder and trying to overpower the external reality, which is really futile. And the best thing you can do is actually go and wage war with yourself and actually reform yourself in the face of correct information. But when I said it just now, I said, when ignorance resents knowledge, this is the height of folly. And this is how we discovered that they are conceited. We have egos. I don't give a fuck. My ego is healthy as fuck. Whatever ego that is behind this flesh, you know what I'm saying? This soul has an ego, has a whole mind. It's levels to this shit. You feel me? You know, I love my ego. I don't give a fuck. You know, my ego is fire. I have one of the most beautiful egos in the planet. Like, what the fuck? No, I do have an ego. You have an ego. Ego is what tells other people's ego to not have ego. Get the fuck out of here. We're not going to get into that bullshit with you dummies. The bottom line is who's conceited and who's not. Conceit is measured by, I'm walking down the street, for example, and somebody's all, but I could tell you not making the money you want. I could tell you not living in the circumstances you want. I know I have the answers that can help you. I know you don't have the answers because you don't have the results, nor are you en route to getting the results. So, you know, your conceit and your self-centeredness is really apparent. And even if I tried to help you, you wouldn't be able to receive the help because you think you know it all. All these people think they know some shit, but they ain't some shit. So it's really like, to know and not be is to really not know. So shut the fuck up, please. Or we block you, or we just let you spin off into your cataclysm of retardedness. It's really fucking like that. Because at the end of the day, nobody has to exist as you. So it's in your best interest to recognize that no matter how stupid you really are, at the end of the day, you must experience the life of stupidity. The people who try to help you, you know, I'm just at that point where I don't feel like I have to save every single last soul. I know that every soul has to save itself, right? So I give people the opportunity, but at the end of the day, hey, bro, you know, we winning and you're not. You know what I'm saying? And this is really what the fuck it is. It's just like, can you use your common sense? Can you use your eyes? You may make sense. Making sense? I'm making sense? I know I'm making sense. Sheikhy Chic, whatever your world is yours. Listen, you know, and get into the classroom, get into the enlightened circle of evolutionary affairs, become a part of the self-mastering collective, you know, and really just start working on yourself. It's really simple. It's really easy. Now, sometimes I got really like direct energy. Most of the times I'm really calm because I really have that detached ego or detached to outcomes with people, like, because people have let me down so much that I'm really a nonchalant motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You can go fuck your life. Like, that's really what it is. You know, I don't want you to fuck your life, but if you're gonna argue, go back and forth, you're gonna, you know, all this extra shit, like, we can just shut up and we'll continue to win, and you can go do what you say, what you're arguing for you to do, and enjoy that level of existence. You know, we don't give a fuck. It's really like that. So, you know, get in a circle, help yourself. But go on, you know, if you don't get in the circle, you ain't really, you know, hurting nobody but yourself. Whatever your world is yours, consider vibrations raised. Don't be conceited. Step out of your self-centeredness and realize there are people doing exactly what you want to do better than you, and who have the answers and who can help you get to where you want to be as long as you're ready to get there. And that's why I say the prerequisite to ascension is the wise disposition. You have to have a wise disposition to even be able to perceive opportunity, and then also be able to not be conceited enough to realize that you don't know what you need to know, so then you'll allow yourself the opportunity to learn and know it. Whatever your world is yours, consider vibrations raised. You know, I could teach them for days, you know, but the words supplemental, the action fundamental. Sticking to the program like we always do, you know, and understanding that the work is literally all that validates us, you know, and the proof too. So whatever your world is yours. I love y'all. Self-mastery, only success. Evolution, only solution. Click the link in the description. Get on the team. Come through with the questions, you know, and, you know, make sure you got good questions, or, you know, make sure you just have the ability to follow instructions and you will win. There's a 100% guarantee on the program. If you don't miss, if you can 100% guarantee us that you don't miss, we can 100% guarantee that you will be an individual that you don't even recognize for the better in 90 days or less. And that's if you adhere to the program, don't miss, with true dedication, no cheating, and, you know, at a high comprehension. Don't just show up to be present and be like, raise their hand, and, you know, no, you have to understand the work, do it at a high level, you know, just, it's real simple shit too, because I got classes and I got courses and I got ebooks that I give everybody. The only way to fail is if you're stupid. So whatever your world is yours, or I'll give you your money back, you know. And then the thing is, when you do pull it off, because, you know, anybody who's going to sign up, don't even anticipate being a bitch, dog. You know what I'm saying? So when you do sign up, I need you to recognize this. Like, if you do stick to this program the way we say you're about to, you're going to get a transformation that's going to prove so much more valuable than the money you paid, that you're going to be mad that you ever thought money was more important than yourself. You know, so like I said, 100% guarantee, you know, if you step up on the program and you guarantee us that you don't miss, we guarantee that you will be somebody that you don't recognize for the better in 90 days, or I'll give you your money back, you know. But like I said, if you don't miss, when you don't miss, what's going to happen is you're going to see somebody that you don't recognize for the better, and you're going to realize how valuable everything that you got was for the amount of money you gave. And you're going to be like, bro, I don't give a, I should pay you more. Whatever your world is yours, consider vibrations raised. Sheikhy Chic is like not like any of these trainers. Sheikhy Chic is one of the highest degrees of existential clarity coaches on the planet. I can provide you clarity of existence. They can't do that. Whatever your world is yours. They don't even have it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even, yo, listen, Sheikhy, whatever your world is yours. I love y'all. Let's just keep it rocking.